Good afternoon, students. We have to recollect what we discussed the previous class. These are the important steps to follow while solving the problems. Resolution of forces. Okay, what is the resolution of forces? The converting single force into two mutually perpendicular directions is called a resolution of forces. We know already studied engineering the mathematics. There is a four quadrant: first quadrant, second quadrant, fourth quadrant. See here, last class I discussed. Once again, I am repeating here. This force is lying in the first quadrant with respect to x-axis. Therefore, the horizontal component h or fh fx or fh equal to f cos theta. Okay, fy component, vertical component, that is vertical force fv or fy equal to f sin theta. Students, you have to understand theta which lying which axis, that axis having cos. Theta not lying in that axis, that has sine. So first quadrant, both plus. Understand? The same force, see here, same force, first quadrant, but theta is with respect to y axis. Theta equal to with respect to y axis. Now see horizontal component, h equal to fx equal to or fh equal to f sin theta. Horizontal component becomes now sin theta. Okay. Now see the vertical component fv or fy equal to f cos theta. Are you understand? Theta with lying which axis, whether x-axis or y-axis, that axis having cos. And you have to mention whether it is a first quadrant or a second quadrant. First quadrant means both x-axis positive, y-axis positive. See here, see here. This force is second quadrant. So x minus, y plus. So theta lying in the x-axis. See here, h equal to x equal to fh equal to minus f cos theta. Why I am putting minus? Because second quadrant, x is minus, theta lying x-axis. So minus f cos theta. Vertical component plus f sin theta. Y plus, second quadrant, y is plus f sin theta. Other same force is here. Theta is now y-axis. The force is lying second quadrant with respect to theta y-axis. Okay. Now see the horizontal component. Horizontal component, the x is minus. That's why I have written minus f sin theta. Why sin theta? Because there is the theta is here y-axis, not x-axis. That is sin theta. Vertical component plus. Why I am putting plus? Because second quadrant y plus f cos theta. So similarly, you have to follow the other thing. You know, because already I explained, you have to follow this one. Sindhuja, are you got point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these steps we are going to follow today. That's why I am recollecting all things. Vanaraja, Raja, are you understand? Raja? Teresa?
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, network problem, sir.
Okay. Are you got the point what I am telling? Last class I know how to convert inclined force into x and y direction. There is four quadrant. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. Okay. Based on the theta lying, you have to take as a cos or sine. Based on the quadrant, whether it is plus x or minus x or plus y or minus y. Teresa, are you following with me? Okay. Sindhuja, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Okay. We are going to solve the problem based on this concept. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay? Is it visible?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Okay. Okay. So today our outline of presentation, resultant finding methods, formula and numerical problems. Okay. We know resultant means a single is a single force which replaces all other forces acting on the body is called resultant force. So resultant force finding method, parallelogram forces and triangular forces. Triangular is a purely graphical method. Parallelogram, we have formula, that is R equal to square root of f1 squared plus f2 squared plus 2f1 f2 cos theta. And the method of resolution. Method of resolution we have, R equal to square root of summation of h squared plus summation of v squared. We will discuss. So we are going to follow the finding to solve the problem based on parallelogram law of forces and the method of resolution. Parallelogram. Okay. The two forces, see the first diagram, two forces acting on the particle point O, P and Q. Okay. Therefore, resultant equal to square root of P squared plus Q squared plus 2PQ cos theta. And the resultant angle alpha equal to tan inverse of Q sin theta divided by P plus Q cos theta. So I am writing another in terms of F1, F2. The previous formula based on P and Q, I am writing F1, F2. See here. Point O subject to two forces, F1, F2. The angle between two forces, theta. Okay, therefore resultant equal to square root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1, F2 cos theta. And the alpha equal to resultant direction. Resultant direction equal to tan alpha equal to F2 sin theta divided by F1 plus F2 cos theta. Therefore, alpha equal to tan inverse of F2 sin theta divided by F1 plus F2 cos theta. Okay, this is the parallelogram formula. All of you, what is the use of parallelogram? Only two forces acting on the body, we can find the resultant. It's called a parallelogram. See here the first problem already solved. Once I am showing the slide now. Two forces 100 Newton and 150 Newton are acting simultaneously at a point. What is the resultant of these two forces and the direction of the resultant if the angle between them is 45 degree? So here only two forces acting. So only two forces means you take as a first force F1. F1 equal to 100 Newton. Second force F2 150 Newton. And the theta equal to 45 degree. So the given statement. So I am writing given data. Students understand any problem statement given, you have to write the given data. Whether it is a graphical representation or the symbol representation. They mention only two forces. So I have taken the first force F1 100 Newton. F2 150 Newton. Angle between them 45 degree. Then I have drawn the graphical representation. So only two forces. Are you got? Then you have to write the two find. What is your aim of the problem? Our aim is find the resultant. Resultant capital R equal to question mark. Then direction alpha equal to question mark. This is the procedure. They given only blindly statement only given. So you have to write any subject, any probability subject. You must write given data based on the symbols. Two forces no. Therefore F1, F2. 100 Newton, 150 Newton. Angle between them theta. So we know these two forces acting. Therefore resultant formula equal to square root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta. Tan alpha equal to F2 sin theta divided by F1 plus F2 cos theta. So you have to apply direct formula. We know F1 equal to 100, therefore 100 squared. F2 150 squared plus 2 into F1 100 into F2 150 into cos 45 degree. So after you have to use the calculator. Students, you have to use the calculator. Then you get the final answer result equal to 232 Newton. Then alpha equal to tan inverse of F2 equal to 150 Newton. Theta equal to 45. Therefore 150 sin 45 divided by 100 plus 150 cos 45 degree. See how to do yourself. You have to write all the problem in your notebook and do yourself. Check the answers. The final alpha equal to 127.23. Teresa, are you there? Teresa? Teresa, are you there? Sindhuja?
Sir?
Are you got the point?
Yes, sir. I got it, sir.
Can you repeat it?
Okay, sir.
You have to explain.
Okay, sir.
Hmm.
So in that question, the force 1 is 100 Newton and the force 2 is 150 Newton. Two forces are given, so we should use parallelogram law of forces formula. Theta is 45 degree. To find the resultant of the forces, the formula is R is equal to root of F1 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos theta. And to find the angle, tan alpha is equal to F2 sin theta by F1 plus F2 cos theta. Then alpha is equal to, the tan should be inversed here, and then find the angle of the, then R is equal to F1 means 100 square plus F2 means 150 square plus 2 into F1 F2, 100 into 150 into cos theta means cos 45 degree. Then R is equal to 100 square means 10,000 plus 22,500 plus 30,000 into 0.707, that is a cos 45 value. Then resultant value is 230 Newton. Then we should find the angle. Angle is equal to tan inverse of F2 sin theta by F1 plus F2 cos theta. F2 means 150, sin theta means sin 45 degree, and divided by 100 plus 150 cos 45 degree. Then alpha is equal tan inverse of 0.5147 means 27.23 degrees the value of angle.
See the final answer, graphical representation. Say F1 equal to 100 given, no? See, they mention only two forces. So you have to take first force 100 Newton, horizontal. Second force, the angle 45 degree given. Therefore, I have done F2 150. Now resultant we find out R equal to 232. Alpha resultant direction. This is the final answer, graphical representation. Okay. Teresa,
Yes, sir.
are you understanding? Teresa, are you there? Viknesh?
Yes, sir.
Are you understand this problem?
Yes, sir.
So the statement given, you have to write the given data, two forces, therefore F1, F2. Okay, parallelogram. Why you are using parallelogram? Only two forces acting.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Second question. Anaraja, can you read this problem? Raja? Sindhuja, can you read this problem?
Okay, sir. Two forces act at an angle of 120 degree. The bigger forces of, so shall I read?
Yeah, you can read.
Okay, sir. The bigger force is of 40 Newton and the resultant is perpendicular to the smaller one. Find the smaller one.
See here, two forces they mentioned, understand? The two forces act at an angle of 120 degree. So two forces. So you write given data. See, I am writing given data. See, statement only given. So you have two forces. We take as F1, F2. Angle 120 degree. Therefore, theta equal to 120 degree. See, theta means angle between two forces. Okay. Two forces act at an angle of 120 degree. So your mind should go to two forces, F1, F2. The bigger force is 40. See, whether it's bigger force, small force they given, you take always the horizontal. First force is a horizontal. See here, F1. Okay, F1 I taken 40 Newton. And they mention, and the resultant is perpendicular to the smaller one. See, two forces acting. One is bigger force and a smaller force. I am taking bigger force F1. So it's horizontal. The F2 is a smaller force. We want to find out, we have to find a smaller force F2. See, the condition is given, see here, the resultant is perpendicular to the smaller one. So I have taken, see, we know 120 degree means above 90 degree, no? See, per quarter 90 degree. So above the 90 degree means 120. That's why I have drawn bigger distance. No, see here, F1, F2, the graph representation. F1, F2, the angle 120 degree. The question will be given. The resultant is perpendicular to the smaller one. Which is smaller one? F2. So in this question, they mention two forces. So you have to take F1, F2. Angle given theta 120 degree. You draw diagram. Okay. Then bigger force is a 40 Newton. Automatically, you see, always take as a PSA, the F1 is a bigger force, 40 Newton. Okay. Then find out the smaller force F2. The condition is given. The result is perpendicular to smaller one. Smaller one is F2. See, for your understanding, see, smaller is F2. Now see the diagram, you will understand. See, any quadrant 90 degree only. Here 120, no. That's why I have drawn bigger one, 120 degree. You see the first diagram. F1, F2, 120 degree. So F1 given, bigger force. See, always take as a horizontal. The F1 is a horizontal, 40 Newton. So bigger force. F2, smaller one. The condition, the question itself, the condition given. See here, the resultant is perpendicular smaller one. Which one is smaller one? F2 is smaller one. So I marked 90 degree. See here, 90 degree. The R means resultant. Sindhuja, are you got this point?
Yes, sir.
You see the third diagram, left side, the bottom corner, left side bottom corner, third diagram. The F2 90 degree with respect to resultant. Why I have drawn this one 90 degree?
The resultant is perpendicular to the smaller angle.
Yeah. See, that's why I'm telling you this subject is mind and brain oriented subject. You don't memorize everything. Your mind and brain. Mind is thinking, brain is whether it is correct or not. So you have two in your body, you have three actually. Mind thinking, brain whether correct or wrong, and your soul. This third, you have three parts in your body. So you have to think. Oh, resultant is perpendicular to smaller one. Smaller one is so I have written. See, this explanation not in your book. Understand? This explanation not in your book. I had drawn in the paint and I pulled down here. Okay. So 90 degree. So totally already we have 120. So the 19 is gone because above. What is the balance? Sindhuja, balance the degree.
So 30 degrees, sir.
Yeah. Good. Okay. How 30 arrived? The already 90 is overall 20, 120. The two force with respect to force angle 120. The resultant is a 90 degree with respect to smaller one. So balance the alpha. Okay. Why I have put on the alpha? For parallelogram, no? Parallelogram. This alpha, no. That's why I put in the alpha here. So alpha equal to 30 degree. Now see that this diagram, you will understand. So F1, F2, the resultant means 90 degree with respect to smaller one. So balance 30 degree, totally 120. So now we know alpha equal to 30 degree. How the alpha is came here? We know parallelogram, no? Parallelogram, the resultant with respect to F1 alpha, you have take us. That's why you remember this diagram. So we know tan alpha equal to F2 sin theta divided by F1 plus F2 cos theta. What is alpha? 30 degree. How you get it 30 degree? 120 minus 90. How 90? The result is perpendicular to F2, that is smaller one. So balance 30. So F1 given 40. Okay. So we want F2. So cross multiplication. Do the cross multiplication. See tan 30 0.577. Okay. F2 sin 120. Everything here you got it. Apply calculator. Cos 120 means minus 0.5. Understand? That's why. Okay. Therefore, the 0.577 equal to 0.866 F2 divided by 40 minus 0.5 F2. Okay. Then cross multiplication. Then you got finally 2 F2 equal to 40. F2 equal to 20. Raja, can you explain this one, this problem? Or you understand this one first for this problem?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain from starting? Can you explain from starting?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, there are two forces acting on angle 120 degrees, sir.
Very good. Super. Super. Very good. So two force means you take us always F1, F2. Okay. And then
Then the bigger force is 40 Newton and the resultant is perpendicular to the smaller one, sir. That is, then we want to find the smaller one. That is F2 is smaller, sir. And the resultant is perpendicular to the F2, sir. Force 2.
Oh, therefore we have 120 angle. So I draw the resultant. See the capital. See here the third arrow mark. No, the green color, green R and the red arrow. That is a resultant. Resultant is with respect to smaller one. That's why I put 90 degree. See this explanation not in our book. You have already sent a PDF copy. No, you refer this with the statement explanation the problems. Okay, then explain now.
Sir, then we want for finding alpha value. We know that it is respective to 90 degrees, sir. So we want to minus 90 with 120, sir. So that we get 30, sir. Alpha value 30.
Yeah, that's why yeah, very good. Okay, then you have parallelogram diagram. No, that is alpha.
Yes.
We know tan alpha equal to F2 sin theta divided by F.
Divided by F1 plus F2 cos theta, sir. So I've been applying all the this tan alpha of we are applying 30 degree. Then F1 we are applying 40 degree. F2 we don't know, sir. So that we kept it as it is. We want to find F2 only, sir. So and then theta is 120. We are applying theta, sir. And then answer is F2 answer is 20, sir.
20 Newton. Okay. So you have to do in with your hands. You have to use calculator. See, I will check. I will check your notebook. Vignesh, are you got this problem, Vignesh?
Yes, sir.
Are you understand any difficulty are you facing? That's why I put a graphical representation. All the for our understanding. I put all the diagrams with the different colors. Are you understand?
Okay. Sir, understand. Understand, sir.
Ijaz, are you there? Ijaz Mohammed is joined. Sindhuja, Ijaz Mohammed joined.
Yes, sir, he joined, sir.
Ijaz, are you following with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next question, you have to tell answer. Next question. Sindhuja, are you understand this problem?
Yes, sir.
Clearly understand? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this subject, I am repeatedly telling you, this subject mind and brain oriented. Don't memorize. You have to imagine. Okay. Then next problem. Yeah. Isaji, can you read the statement? Can you read the statement?
Find the magnitude of the two forces such that if they act at right angle, their resultant is root 10 Newton. But if they act at 60 degree, their resultant is root 13 Newton.
Super. Good. Good. See the statement only given. See here the problem statement. What the statement? Two forces. Find the magnitude of two forces. So you have to take the two. Always you take as a two forces means F1, F2. Okay. Such that if they act at a right angles, see they act as a graphical representation. I put no. They see here two cases given. Right angles F1, F2 act in right angle. The resultant value square root 10 Newton. But if act as a 60 degree, second case. See here when theta is 60 degree, the resultant is square root r equal to 130 Newton. See how to write clearly, how to write the statement given data. See each and every problem different, but same concept. See here two force F1, F2. First they act as a 90 degree. So theta take as a 90 degree. The resultant value given square root 10. When theta equal to 60 degree, the resultant equal to square 30 Newton. They asked what is F1, F2. So that's why I have drawn the graphical representation. Case 1, case 2. Now we know parallelogram law. The two forces acting, no. We know parallelogram. What is R equal to square root of F1 square plus F2 square 2F1 F2 cos theta. So first case 1. What is the case 1? Theta 90 degree. Resultant is square root of 10. Apply here. What is cos 90? 0. So that it becomes in the inside here 2F1 F2 becomes 0. The balance only square root 10 and square root of F1 square F2 square. Take both sides square. So the final the equation becomes 10 equal to F1 square plus F2 square. Equation 1. Ijaz, are you got this up to this step? Are you followed? Are you understand?
Yes, sir.
Sindhuja, are you understand this one?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain now?
Okay, sir.
Hmm.
Actually, the statement is given as two forces, F1 and F2. If the angle is in 90 degree, the resultant value is root 10 Newton. When the angle is in 60 degree, the resultant value will be root 13 Newton. Can you, sir? Sir.
Tell me.
Thank you, sir. So,
Hmm.
the diagram represented that if the angle is 60 degree, the value 60 degree angle and 90 degree angle, F1
So
and
two
F2.
case, understand, two case.
Two cases.
Two forces, first 90 degree they acting, the resultant value equal to your square root 10. The same force, understand, same force, the angle now 60 degree are equal to square root 13. So we want F1, F2. We know parallelogram.
Parallel of
The
forces
case one.
formula is R is
Okay.
equal to root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos t.
Enough. So this is equation, case 1. Understand, case 1, equation 1. Now come to case 2. What is case 2? Theta equal to 60 degree. R equal to square root 13. Now apply here. So square root 13, F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos 6g. What is cos 60? 0.5. Therefore, the final answer square root 13 plus equal to F1 square, square root of F1 square plus F2 square plus F1 F2. So 2 into 0.5, 1. So now take by square both side. So it's the square root 13 gone out. Therefore, only 13 equal to F1 square plus F2 square plus F1 F2 is equation 2. So equation 1, case 1. Equation 2, case 2. What is case 2? The theta equal to 60 degree, r equal to 13. See, same two forces only. Only the angle different, resultant different. Okay. Now, from equation, see, we know equation 1. What is equation 1? 10 equal to F1 square plus F1 square plus F2 square. Now, what is equation 2? 13 equal to F1 square plus F2 square plus F1. Now, applying F1 in equation 2. So, this is equation 1. 10 equal to F1 square plus F2 square. Now applying this equation in equation 2. See here, equation 2 equal to 13 equal to F1 square plus F2 square. So I am replacing F1 square plus F2 square equal to 10, the red mark. Therefore, the balance equation 13 equal to 10 plus F1 plus F2. Therefore, F1 into F2 equal to 13 minus 10, 3. See, up to this, are you understand? Are you got this point? Sindhuja?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we know on the 10th or 7th standard we studied on equation a plus b whole square equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. A minus b whole square equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. The same concept applying here. F1 plus F2 whole square equal to F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2. We know F1 square plus F2 square equal to 10 already. Understand? F1 square plus F2 square equal to 10. So I applied here 10. What is F1 equal to F1 into F2? 3. See here, F1 into F2 equal to 3. So I applied here. 2 into that were F1 square plus F2 square replace the 10. Already we have. F1 into F2 equal to 3. Therefore 2 into 3. Therefore F1 square plus F2 whole square equal to 16. Okay. Therefore it takes square root. Okay. F1 plus F2 equal to square root of 16. Therefore F1 plus F2 equal to 4. This is equation 3. Now similarly, F1 minus F2 whole squared. F1 squared plus F2 squared minus 2 F1 F2. What is F1 squared plus F2 squared? 10. See here, red mark, 10. So I replace 10. What is F1 F2? We know F1 F2 equal to 3. Therefore, 10 minus 2 into 3, 4. So F1 minus F2 whole square equal to 4. What is F1 minus F2 equal to square root of 4? Equal to 2. See equation 4. See equation 3 and equation 4. We study no. X plus Y equal to 4. Again, X minus Y equal to 2, like that. 2 equation here. F1 plus F2 equal to 4. F1 minus F2 equal to 2. Okay. So from equation 4, this is equation 4. So I take out this F2 left side. So equal left side equal to F1 equal to 2 plus F2. Because minus no, F1 minus F2 equal to 2. So minus F2 goes, that's the right side, plus. Okay. So I apply in this equation in equation 3. In equation 3, we know F1 plus F2 equal to 4. So I replaced F1 in terms of 2 plus F2. So 2 plus F2, already F2 there, equal to 4. Therefore, 2 F2 equal to 2. So what is F2? finally equal to 1. I again apply F2 in equation, any one equation. So therefore F1 plus F2 equal to 4. If you know F2 equal to 1, therefore F1 equal to 4 minus 1. So 3 Newton. Very simple question. So understand? Sindhuja,
Yes, sir.
are you following with me this problem?
Yes,
No,
yes,
see,
sir.
that's why I'm telling you this subject, your mind and brain oriented. See, we apply two case. See here, I won't say repeating. Two case. What is the first case? The resultant square root 10 angle theta equal 90 degree. Two forces. We applied parallelogram. We got equation 1. That is F1 squared plus F2 squared equal to 10. Now case 2. What is case 2? When theta equal to 60 degree, resultant equal square root to 13. Therefore, R equal to square root also applied. So finally we got it. The equation 2 equal to 13 equal to F1 squared plus F2 squared plus F1 F2. So already we know F1 squared plus F2 squared equal to 10. So I applied again apply here equation 2. So what applied? Therefore 13 equal to 10 plus F1 F2. Therefore F1 F2 equal to 13 minus 10. So we have F1 F2 3 and F1 squared F2 squared 10. Understand? We have F1 equal to F1 into F2 equal to 3 and F1 squared plus F2 squared 10. So we applied this basic law. We know we studied 6th or 7th standard A plus. Similar same equation applied. So we got it F1 plus F2 whole squared. We got the 16. Therefore F1 F2 equal to 4. Equation 3. Then F1 minus F2 whole squared. We got finally the applied the law. Then we got finally F1 minus F2 equal to 2. So we have now two equations like this. See here, equation 3, equation 4. So I am to equation 4 taken as. So F1 equal to the minus F2, no, you go to that side, plus F2. See, you can solve any way. I followed this one. You know many methods how to solve this one, or I follow this one, but you will get same answer. Therefore, F1 equal to 2 plus F2. So F1 equal to, I am applying in the equation again, the third equation, F1 plus F2 equal to 4. So F1 replaced with 2 plus F2. That's highlighted. See here, the highlighted yellow mark. They finally got it F2 equal to 1. Then you applied F2 in the equation again, 3 equation. Therefore F1 plus F2. F2 replaced with 1. Okay. So final answer. Isaj, are you followed with this? Are you understand this equation, this problem?
Sir.
Are you understand?
Sir.
Okay. Vignesh, are you understand this one, this problem?
Yes, sir.
So in the problem, the statement only given. I repeat it once again. The statement only given. What statement given? Two forces acting at 90 degree, the resultant 10. At acting 60 degree, the resultant 13. So I have two forces F1, F2. See, this explanation not in your book. I have already forwarded known the question. See, the exams questions coming from in your book only. But the explanation I given detail explanation in the PPT. I also said this one. You understand? Okay, theta. So case 1, case 2 taken. We applied a parallelogram. Why we applied parallelogram? Only two forces. So case 1, case 2 applied. We understand. You follow this this PPT again. Okay. Sindhuja, can I go to next problem?
Yes, sir.
Please also understand.
Yes, sir. I understood, sir.
Okay. So before going this one, we will simple question. I will go the next problem. This next problem very simple one. So we will come back 2.5. See here. Can you read this question, Sindhuja?
Yes, sir. I will read, sir. A system of forces are acting at the corners of a rectangular block as shown in figure. Determine the magnitude and direction of the resultant force.
Yeah. See the previous question only statement given. So we all the given data written and everything. In this question, the given diagram given. See here, the given diagram. The system rectangular block is shown bigger. The direction of the force also given. So they asked the magnitude and direction of the resultant. Okay. See here, very simple problem. See how many forces acting, Sindhuja? How many forces acting?
Sir?
How many forces acting on the rectangular block? How many forces?
So 4 forces are acting.
So we can't use parallelogram. Understand? We can't use parallelogram. We have to go for the R equal to square root of summation of H squared plus summation of B squared. Students understand, only 2 force only we can follow resultant for parallelogram. This is more than 2. So we want to find the given date. So find the diagram, everything given. So we want resultant R equal to under direction alpha. See how to always write to the symbol resultant capital R. So this is the formula we know. Square root of R equal to summation H square plus summation. Why I am writing this one? More than 2 forces acting. Okay. See here, summation of H. Summation H means adding all horizontal forces. Isaj, can you tell horizontal forces from the diagram? Isaj, can you tell me horizontal forces?
25 Newton and 20 Newton.
Horizontal forces.
Sir,
Yeah.
25
Horizontal 25?
24 kilonewton and 20 kilonewton.
See, don't say like that. Plus 25 kilonewton minus 20 kilonewton. Understand? Why plus 25? 25 kilonewton.
It's first quadrant.
Very good. It goes to the positive x direction. Minus 20 kilonewton means it goes to negative x direction. Okay. That's why I have written minus 20 plus 25 equal to 5 kilonewton. Sindhuja, can you tell me vertical forces, vertical component?
Okay, sir. So first is plus 50 kilonewton. Plus 50 kilonewton, and second is minus 35 kilonewton.
Is this correct? Is this correct?
Yes, sir.
See the 50 kilonewton, see the arrow mark, which direction it goes?
Downwards.
Downward, no, minus.
Minus.
See, downward means minus y direction. You are telling positive. See, that's why I'm telling you the plus, you have to always concentrate plus, minus, and sin theta, cos theta. Here, no need cos theta, sin theta, because all it is horizontal, vertical only. Okay. So the minus 50 kilometer. Why minus? Vertically downward. And 35 also vertical downward. So therefore, minus 35, minus 50 kilonewton, minus 85 kilonewton. You can ask, sir, what is a 3 meter, 4 meter? They are making confusing for testing knowledge. Here, no need. 3 kilonewton, 4 kilonewton, no need. 4 meter, no need. Understand? Sindhuja?
Sir?
What is the use of 3 meter and 4 meter? For this problem, no need. No need, but we are, see, we need resultant. 4 forces acting. So we have formula square root of summation of H square plus summation of V squared. What is summation of H? Adding all horizontal forces. What are horizontal forces? 25 plus y 25 plus it goes to plus x direction. Minus 20. Y minus 20 it goes to minus x direction. See, while writing, be careful. Minus plus. So minus 20 plus 25 equal to 5 kilonewton. Then vertical forces. See vertical direction. Y direction. My 50 is vertical downward. You see the arrow mark, it goes to vertical downward, minus. So minus 50. 35 vertical downward, minus 35. Therefore minus 35 minus 50 minus 80 kilonewton. Therefore result is square root of summation H, that is 5 square plus minus 6 square, no, it's become plus. Therefore 85 pound 5 kilonewton. So this is then we know alpha equal to tan inverse of summation of V divided by summation of H. See here, summation of V minus, but see, while theta calculate, don't put minus. Just apply numerical value. Alpha equal to tan inverse of 85 divided by 5. So alpha equal to 86 point. See here. So we replaced all forces. Understand? Here 4 forces acting. We replaced with a single force. Okay. Single force equal to R equal to this is a single force. Why am I drawn this one, this diagram? Isaj, can you tell me why I have mentioned this diagram, this diagram, result diagram? Isaj, are you there?
Yes, yes.
See, we calculated summation of H, positive direction, summation of V, minus 85. So it goes to 4th quadrant. Understand?
Yes.
So resultant lying It is fourth quadrant. The final diagram is an answer diagram. Understand? This is a given diagram. Final answer. How do you find out a final diagram? See here, summation of h equal to plus, summation of v equal to minus. So x plus y minus. So x plus y minus means fourth quadrant. Raja, are you understand?
Yes,
Resultant lying in the fourth quadrant. Okay, that's why I have
Okay,
mentioned here. Sindhuja, are you got this diagram? Are you understand this diagram?
Yes, sir.
So this is x value. Summation h equal to positive. Summation v equal to negative. So resultant lying in fourth quadrant. So this is the answer. So 4 forces we replace with single forces. Okay. How this 4 forces? We have general formulas. R equal to square root of summation of h square plus summation of v square. Why I am writing this formula? This is because this is general formula for more than 2 forces acting. Okay, we order all the horizontal forces. See, while writing horizontally, you have to look whether it is a plus or minus. In the diagram, you see here 20 goes to negative x, therefore minus 20. 25 goes to plus x direction, therefore minus 20 plus 25. And see vertical direction, minus 50. Why minus 50? It goes to vertical downward. 35 vertical downward. Vertical means minus y direction. Therefore minus 50 minus 35. So for result lying in the fourth quadrant. Why result lying in fourth quadrant? The summation h is equal to positive, summation v equal to negative. So result lying in the fourth quadrant. So we have discussed so 3 problems. One is a resultant for 4 forces acting, and one this problem we will discuss because it is more time. We will discuss in next class. Okay, this problem. But I will send this PPT now. You can you have to gone through and explain next time and asking. Okay, we discuss this problem. The resultant, 2 resultant given and angle also given. We want F1, F2. Okay, this problem we discussed. And we discussed this problem also. The 2 forces acting, the 1 force value given, and the other force is not given. We want to find out. But resultant condition given. What is resultant condition? Resultant is with respect to smaller force, 90 degree. This 90 degree with small force. So that we got alpha. Then we discussed about it. We solved the problems. Tan alpha equal to this one. Okay. Then we started about these problems. Only 2 forces acting, the angle given. So we applied parallelogram. Okay. So what we discussed about parallelogram and resolution of forces. Then we solved parallelogram problem types and method of resolution types. That is R equal to square root of summation of h square plus summation of v squared. And I will share another one that is important for understanding purpose. So Induja, can you tell this x common, y common for this diagram? Can you tell x direction, x h value, h direction value, vertical direction value for this diagram? What is fx value? Fx equation. Tell me.
Equations. Angle is on x axis. Sir, fx is f cos theta. Then
Fy?
fy is y angle is in downward direction. So f minus f sin theta because it is No idea.
See, do you think this force lying in the first quadrant? Do you think? Are you thinking this force lying in the first quadrant?
No, so it is going to third quadrant.
Yeah, very good, very good, very good. That is called a line of action. See here, this diagram. See, we can say these forces, the first force, first diagram. See, the first lying in the first quadrant. These forces are lying first quadrant. This force is second quadrant. This force is second quadrant. This force third quadrant. This force third quadrant. This force fourth quadrant. This force fourth quadrant. But see here, but this force is diagram given in the first quadrant, but the arrow goes to which direction?
Third quadrant.
Third quadrant. Isaj, are you understand? Isaj?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This force, but don't blindly thinking, oh, this force is first quadrant. Don't think about it. Goes to third quadrant. You know already the theorem. The angle, no. See here, angle with respect to x-axis. While converting the third quadrant, you take us again x-axis also. This is the mathematical, no? There is an alternative angle is equal. Yes, since is correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But it opposite is equal.
Opposite angle is equal. That's why, see, this force is goes to third quadrant. You have to project third quadrant. And also theta here with respect to x-axis. Again, in this projected angle also with respect to x-axis. Remember, very, very important. This type of questions you can expect. But if people thinking, oh, this is first quadrant. First quadrant means x plus and y also plus. Don't think like that. It goes to third quadrant. Now see here, theta with respect to x-axis. So what is horizontal component? Minus f cos theta. What is y component? Minus f sin theta. Y minus, because third quadrant, no. So x minus y minus. Theta is x-axis. Sindhu, are you understand this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, initially you told wrongly. Yes?
Yes, sir.
You told the y component is right, but x component is wrong.
Wrong.
Now understand.
Yes, sir.
Viknesh, are you understand? Raja, are you understand this concept?
Yes, sir.
What do you understand? Can you explain now?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, explain.
Sir, that slope is there, no, sir. It is moving from first quadrant to third quadrant, sir.
Yeah, understand. Very good. Excellent, excellent. So you don't think this force lying in the first quadrant, because the arrow mark goes to third quadrant. You have to convert it. How do you convert it? Here the first quadrant, the theta, the same x-axis. You converting while projecting, theta must always x-axis.
Yes, sir. That's all, sir.
Okay. Now see this diagram. This one I explained. The A and B I explained. Now see C and D. C and D. See the C force lying. Do you think this is lying in the second quadrant, Sindhuja?
No, no, sir. It's going to fourth quadrant.
Yeah. So it goes to with respect to the which is the force with respect
Y
to
angle.
Y axis. So I see here I converted. It goes to fourth quadrant with respect to Y. Again converted Y axis only. Students understand, while changing the projecting in the other quadrant, which axis the previous lying in the same axis. Here theta, the force is lying in the fourth quadrant, but Y axis. So I convert to Y axis. Now see here, horizontal component. F, see the horizontal component I am writing, H also horizontal, F also horizontal, F X also horizontal. So don't confuse. H means horizontal component force. B means vertical component force. Or Fx means force in x direction. Or Fh means force in horizontal direction. V means vertical component. Or Fy means force in y direction. Or Fp means force in vertical direction. So single meaning I am writing different. So because some book following Fx, some book following Fh, some book following H only. In our book following H. Though I have written three different. Okay. So they here fourth quadrant. Now tell me the x component, y component, Sindhuja.
So the x component, the angle is in y axis, sir. So the x component will be fx is equal to f sin theta. The x axis is positive. And then the y component is y axis is negative, so minus f cos theta.
So additionally, you have to think about these two diagrams. Okay, apart from the we know this is directly I given. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant, I have given everything. Sometimes they mention like this. You be careful which direction it goes to, convert and consider whether it is a first quadrant, third quadrant. Based on you can consider. I will send this also for your understanding. Okay. So today we discussed about the problems based on the parallelogram and one problem based on the resolution method. R equal to square root of summation of h square plus summation of v square. Okay.